Hi, I'm sick, but this tale must be regaled. The tale I'm going to regale for you today has to do with horses' heads and roommates' beds. So, I'm a great roommate. Like, some people are hard to live with, but I'm pretty laid back. So it will come as no surprise that after about a month of living with one of my roommates, of which I had 4, I started threatening the one, Hannah, that I was going to put a horse's head in her bed, like in the film The Godfather. Which, by the way, I alluded to in a previous vlog called My Pizza Farming Heritage over a year ago, and still, to my dismay, no one has caught the reference, or at least no one has told me they did. And I worked really hard to weave that illusion into my fictitious personal history. Anyway, Hannah sternly warned me that if I were to be so bold as to place a horse's head in her bed, she would have to murder me and that bloodshed would be completely justified. She insisted that someone would have to die, and that someone would be me. This did not prove frightful to me, because I like to live dangerously, and more so I knew that she thought I was meaning to put a real, live, dead horse's head in her bed. Which I would never do, for basically 3 reasons. Number 1, resources. I don't know where to get a horse's head, and I do know that I don't have the resources to pay for a whole horse. Number 2, slaughter. I don't want to kill anything, and removing the head of a living creature usually does the trick in killing any being, so that's out. That is definitely a reason that is hindering me from obtaining a horse's head. Number 3, ew, that's just gross and rude and crude and incredibly uncalled for. I wouldn't call what I continue to do for the next several months threats, but I merely continually reminded Hannah that I was gonna put a horse's head in her bed. And she recurrently remembered to me that she would kill me if I followed through with that plan. And I did follow through with that plan. Before performing said prank, I somehow convinced Hannah to get a Twitter, something I also berated her for months about. But to my dismay, Hannah, who is a minimalist in many of her manners and methods, found Twitter to be non-essential and deleted her account. Many things are to my dismay, which just so happened to be her downfall, because once I picked up the package from the mail center and trotted off with it gleefully back to my dorm, once I landed with the instrument I would implement to inflict my mischief, I tweeted about it. Had she not deleted her Twitter, she would have known 12 hours before I planted this mammalian mask in her bed. I strategically stuffed a pillow into this mask, and I proceeded to plant it in Hannah's top bunk, hoping that this prank would highly yield the fruits of merriment and joviality and community building and sisterhood. I don't know, I know what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out right. Basically, I mean that I think that pranks can bond friends together, and that's all I was trying to do. Then we waited, and I live tweeted. I love live tweeting. Follow me on Twitter if you want. That'd be really cool. Sorry, I told you I was sick. I felt this event was incredibly exciting and suspenseful, so live tweeted I did. The horse's head is in Hannah's bed. She's in the shower. Now begins the live tweeting event of waiting for her to discover it. I've warned her all year long that I was gonna put a horse's head in her bed, and now it's happening. By the way, it's a horse mask with a pillow stuffed in it. It's not a real horse's head. That'd be nasty. Oh my gosh, the water has turned off. She's warned me that she will kill me if I put a horse's head in her bed. I fear for my life. This prank is so worth it, though. She's emerged from the bathroom. I'm talking to her now. She has no idea what's about to befall her. Oh my gosh, she's going into her room. She may not even crawl into bed for a while. Oh no. She's opened her laptop. She's probably gonna watch Breaking Bad for a while. The suspense is killing me! Danielle knows too. We're both in suspense. Oh man, she's on Pinterest. This may take a while. This is the most I've ever tweeted, like ever. Not really, but it feels like it. Best prank ever. I'm going to nonchalantly follow her about and make conversation like usual while sipping lemonade. Hopefully this isn't my last tweet. If Hannah does kill me for putting a horse's head in her bed, then so long, cruel world! Adrenaline pumping. Pranking is a vice. She's packing her dishes. Hannah, go to sleepy bye! You deserve sleep, says Danielle, the eager beaver. Soon, soon, soon! It's happening. Death is imminent. She found it! Hannah found the horse head in her bed. She says she's gonna kill me when I'm not expecting it. It's called the long con. It took 8 months. I spent $35. No regrets. I asked Hannah if she'd like to say something to Twitter. She said, I will kill you. I told Hannah she shouldn't have deleted her Twitter. By doing so, she let her guard down. She would have known 12 hours ago if she hadn't. Hannah has this thing about textures. Weird textures freak her out. So when she found this in her bed, she was very perturbed and she hyperventilated a little, which I did not anticipate, but I should have, because I accidentally have scared her several times and caused her to hyperventilate. But besides the hyperventilating, no regrets about the prank. I outdid myself. After I had pulled off this prank, Tara, Danielle, and Crystal came into our room and was like, did she find it? And I was like, yup, and then laughing. And I think Hannah thinks it was funny. I hope. I later asked her if she thought my prank was well executed. And she responded, oh, you will be well executed. So, I'm still awaiting death by Hannah. I mean, every time I get into my car, I check the back seat. It's like I'm in the Italian mob and I'm waiting to get whacked is basically the equivalent. I'm never gonna be made. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed pulling that prank, although I highly doubt it because, oh, I just really, I love pulling pranks. And there's no way you can love watching my videos as much as I enjoy pulling pranks, because that's where I get my zest for life, is pulling off a good prank. When I'm pulling a prank, I am living. I'm just driven. Wow, I am at my best. On my game. In my zone. Whew. I made so much popcorn because I wanted it to fill the bowl. I gotta go now. I gotta go to the thrift store and buy some dishes. I'm gonna take this in the car as a road snack.
I hate you. So funny.
Are you recording? The red light is on.
Yeah, I did.
I'm recording you. But the red light isn't on.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, you're the worst.
I knew you were gonna do something.
Why won't I get a reaction? Will you sign a release form?
No, I will not. And I will sue you.
Hey, Hannah.
What? Rice with beans.
What?